Greetings, salutations, and welcome, my beautiful peoples, to a series that I am calling The Path. It's going to be a sort of vlog series type thing, where I chronicle my journey as being a full-time freelance voice actor, covering things that I've learned, exciting updates and whatnot, as well as just spending time with you guys, because holy gods, even these past 4 months have been... Is it 4 or 5? I can't even speak. 4 or 5. I can't actually tell. I started in May. It's been absolutely hectic, and I just want to have a space carved out for where I can just talk about all of the stuff that's going on. Not only that, it will be a really good reminder for, future me to look back on and go, hey, look at you. You did all these things. You're awesome. Stop being a dick to yourself. Imposter syndrome is real. Right. So yeah, that's what these vlogs, this series is going to be. You'll have to forgive me that I'm looking absolutely everywhere currently, because elephant in the bloody room, Renara's been kidnapped. No, this is my new booth. I literally now am standing in my booth. It's very obviously audio pointed, so if I turn away you can't really hear what I'm saying, but no, yeah, I am stood up. I'm about 5'10", so it's kind of tall, and we've got LED lights that are running around the corner. I will see if I can insert some footage, wrong side, up here of what those kind of look like a bit, because it's kind of cool. I currently have makeshift things in the corners to help with slight reverb and boxiness, as well as some foam at the bottom to help with that. I'm gonna have to add some bits and pieces later on, but this is doing really well so far. Oh, it's been a wild ride, let me tell you. But yes, okay, right, so where the hell does one begin on this? So I started, obviously, well, no, not obviously. If this is the first video you're seeing of me, hi, I'm Renara. I am a full-time voice actor. Most recently, you will have heard me as Archie from Fallout London, as well as a couple of other characters in there. I also voice in Skywind, as well as a few other things that I can't currently talk about, because not technically NDA, but I've been asked not to say anything until a trailer's come out, so, but I'm really excited to talk about that. That's kind of cool. But yeah, no, this is me. I'm also a audio producer. I produce the fan series of the Throne of Glass audio dramas on my channel. And this is me. Hi. Oh. I know I'm not everyone's cup of tea, but if you like this cup of tea, I shall join you in the garden for it. So before I started this, guys, I was working as a trainee social worker. That was my thing that I was kind of doing. Before then, I had been a teaching assistant working with teenagers, mostly. And then I just decided, hey, that is not for me. Nope, I'm good, thanks. So I then decided to take the leap of faith and jump into this. I should probably caveat by saying that I have been doing this for about 8 years along the side of doing other stuff for work. But yeah, no, it was April, May time. I took the plunge and decided to go, right, this is what I'm going to do. Since then, holy shit. So within the first month alone, I surprised myself a little bit, but I knew that I was going to be able to do it, I did about 70 auditions in a month, which was starting strong, I'd like to think, at least for me, especially in the current climate. Then I restarted Throne of Glass because I had to put it on hiatus for a while. If you've been here for a long time, you'll know that I had started the Assassin in the Desert in 2021. We are a good few years on from then. But no, I did have to paused that for a few years. So, but it got started up, and we are, as of me recording this right now, we are currently working on the penultimate episode, and I'm really excited. Guys, it's like one of my favourite scenes in the entire of the Assassin's Blade. Like, okay, no pressure on me on that one, but yes, no. Then we started up our own original production, which kind of spawned from doing intros for Cold Read, called Outpost, which is a sci-fi audio drama written by myself and Grim. We both sort of tag team on that. Well, tag team as in you need both of us to actually write it. Because he's the lore expert, I am the production expert. That's how that works. Hence why those ones are a lot more scattered around, because the stars have to kind of align to get those out to you guys. But we do have the episode. I think it's 4. Yes, episode 4 is in the sort of works, but we've had to pause it due to onboarding our new staff for the Assassin and the Underworld, because that's going to be stunning soon! Sorry, I'm excited. But yeah, no, we've got that fully cast now as well, and I'm getting ahead of myself again. But yeah, no, you're getting the vibe as to what these sorts of vlogs are going to be. I'm sorry, but also not. So then what happened after that? Good God. Yeah, no, so we started Outpost. That's going well. We are looking for 2D artists who would be interested in perhaps donating some of their time to coming up with small bits and pieces here and there. I do not have the funds to pay for a fully blown artist at the minute. So if you would be willing to have fun with it, by all means, get in contact with me. So after Outpost was done, I met a absolutely wonderful composer, Wesley Sprayu. I don't think I'm actually saying his last name correctly because I am dyslexic, and he's already told me that I think it's just Spray. Sorry, Wesley, I'm doing it again. But I was looking for somebody, or just looking for a backing track, because I really wanted to do a cover of Beauty of Dawn. I've loved that piece of music, that song, since it came out. I'm a massive Elder Scrolls fan, if you can't tell. And so I was just sort of looking around, and then I just saw this 8-year-old video on Creative Commons, which was headless young lad playing piano, and I was like, oh, I really want to use that, but it's just a bit out of beat. So I just sent him an email and went, hey, Wesley, my name's Renara. It'd be really cool if we could work together. It was definitely worded a lot better than that. So yeah, I reached out to him, and from then on out, we just sort of created this partnership of making music, and he showed me how to then, 1, get on Spotify, and 2, how to make money off of putting music out there, which is like, holy shit, I didn't realise you could do that. So yeah, that's really freaking cool. That happened, and this is all like probably within the first month as well. Then, just basically, I got a message through on Casting Call Club asking if I wanted to narrate half of an audiobook. What? The lovely Raven reached out to me on Casting Call Club. She'd obviously seen some of my stuff and asked me if I want to play the titular character of Sif, who, it's basically her story, her viewpoint in the book. It's a dual view-pointed book. Myself as Sif and wonderful Crimson as Grim, which I think that just works so lovely. But no, it's called Lord of Crows. It will come out on Audible and Amazon when we're done with it. There is no deadline on that one at the minute, guys, but it will be out for you guys to listen to and enjoy my Sif Raider scream, as I have apparently supplied. But no, the audiobook will be out when we get it done. no time soon. I will say that now, no time soon. But it will be out for you guys to enjoy when we are done, and I am already super excited. To give you an idea, it is based in a kind of Nordic, Norse mythy kind of setting, mixed with Game of Thrones, mixed with Dragon Age 2, mixed with Elder Scrolls. And if any of those tickle your earbuds, I don't know, then you'll enjoy this absolutely the same as I'm enjoying voicing this character and reading this story. So, after that, which is now an ongoing process for a few TM, I then got approached to voice. Now, I was a little surprised that I got this one, but I'm taking it as a win. I got cast using a Scottish accent. It was the first time I actually did a Scottish accent. You can hear it. I play... I want to say her name begins with a J, but it really doesn't. Hold on a second, guys. Vienna! Why did I think that began with a J? Never mind. Scottish grandmother Vienna. It's based in Whiterun, Skyrim, and, well, to be honest, I don't actually know too much about it because I hadn't heard about these Skyrim audio adventures until I saw it on Casting Call Club. It's only recently just been released, so again, if you want to go check that out, it's in my project vault. All of the stuff that I've done is in there if you want to check it out at any point. But either way, we all start somewhere, and I'm very grateful that I got the opportunity to at least stretch that accent and play with it and start my ability in learning how to do that accent, because we all start somewhere. So yes, all of those sort of kind of happened. And when I started to have all of these things coming in, I then had this sort of realization and understanding that I really needed to make sure that my finances were in order for this. I knew I needed to have like a, like a business account, but those, at least in England, now I can't say for certain like everywhere in the world, but what I'm going to talk about is the English perspective and what I've encountered and experienced. So if you're in England, this might apply to you. If you're not in England, extrapolate and see if this applies to you over wherever you may be. But no, at least in England, business accounts are interesting, to say the least. If you go to a branch bank, which is more common than not in England, rather than the independent banks that I think America has, which when I found out you guys have like small independent banks, I kind of went, what? That's not really a thing in the UK, at least to my knowledge. So it was a bit strange to hear about that, but I digress. Business accounts have something which is they call a maintenance fee, which is basically the bank charging you, the customer, to sort of spruce it up Gringotts style and keep it available for you. It's a fee that you pay basically for them to keep it open for you. Current accounts don't necessarily have that at all, but business accounts, because of the nature of them, they tend to have extra fees available / needed. But the plus side is that conversion rates for those are better. They are nicer, easier, won't take as much of a chunk out. So yes, I knew I had to have one of those set up, but I couldn't afford to have a proper business one set up first, because the fees and stuff for keeping it there, I'm not earning that much at the minute. So for me, what I did was I had to go to my bank for this. I had to actually go to them and sort of see somebody in person, to say who I am, show them my face, show them my ID, and go, this is what I want to do, and explain to them in person. So I opened a second current account, simply so that I have all of my bank statements for accounting purposes for the end of the financial year. Now, if you are a freelancer just starting out, I really highly recommend that when you do this should be a first priority, because not only do you have to supply bank statements to HMRC at the end of the financial year, you need to make sure you have that almost set up on the date that you start, because HMRC are going to go, well, hang on a minute, how much did you make between this and when you started up? You've got no proof of that. We're going to tax you on that. So you could end up losing a lot more money than you actually have been earning. Because as a small business, you will eventually pay, obviously, tax on, being a citizen and living and all that jazz. But if you can prove that you have business expenses coming out of a certain account, those don't get taxed. So you just have either spent or gained that money, and the government doesn't meddle with it. So far as I am currently aware, please do not take this as financial advice. I am not a professional. I don't know what the hell I'm usually talking about. This is all just experience from where I am right now. I could be in a couple of months' time going, ignore what I just said in that previous video, this is where we're at now. This is not meant to be one of those things. It is simply just a vlog of chronologizing. That's a new word. I like that word. But so, long story short, I opened a second account to act as my business account to keep track of all of my finances coming in and out of the business, which is Renara Hawke. You have to also set up with HMRC that you are a sole trader. That's very important that you do that. I can't tell you how, because I had a lot of help with that, and I'm lucky enough to know someone who has worked in HMRC and had basically told me, you need to do this. So all I can currently say, and I know this isn't helpful, is to look up what it means to be a sole trader if you are a voice actor just starting out and being self-employed. I am getting fuzzy for some reason. But no, if you are a voice actor just starting out full-time, you need to make sure that the government knows that you're a sole trader. So that they can basically just go, yes, you are a small business. We know where you stand now, rather than being just an ethereal somebody in the world that the government are still going to try and tax you with anyway. But yes, that's a bit ambiguous at the minute. I know I've still got some stuff that I need to do to ensure that I still get my pension at the end of my life, because that's basically what, at least in England, we pay into something which is called I don't want to say IP, that's the wrong one. National Insurance, NI, which I think is America's Social Security. I think that's the same thing. As a freelancer, you don't get your pension unless you pay for your national insurance every year. The money you pay towards that goes towards your pension, kind of, I think, so far as I understand it now. So I need to set that up still. That's something in the future. But just so you guys are aware, to make sure that you get something from the government when you are older. I don't think I'm ever going to actually retire from this. I'm just going to be doing it until I actually cack it. But it's something that I think, dependent upon your situation, depending on who you are as a person, this is information that I think people should know. It's just what I'm learning. So yes, that was all of the sort of financial stuff that I then had to sort of figure the heck out going into this. It is still a learning process, guys, and it will always be a learning process. It is a path. Title card. This is a path that one walks. There is no real end destination when you go on this sort of journey. You are just walking it and you're learning and you're going for it. That's basically the gist of how I've experienced it so far. But now we put all of that aside, because this was when I got offered and given the role of insert role name here that I can't actually tell you about, but I can at least say that I was cast for a role in a Bethesda commissioned mod. I've just blown my mic. But no, yeah, that was... I didn't know it was that until after I'd landed in all my lines. It was a moment, guys. It was a moment. Because straight around the same time, Fallout London dropped! Fallout London came out! And I think I had a mini heart attack. Oh my goodness, no. And at the same time as all of this, my PC broke. It's kind of basically this was probably about 3 months now in. It just everything just went to fucking pot, and I broke a little bit. So, backtracking a little bit, those three kind of happened simultaneously. So, the Bethesda mod thing that I got, holy shit, that was awesome. That is amazing. I'm so excited for you guys to see what it is, who I'm playing, and everything. But I've been told not to say anything about it until the trailer drops. I'm going, okay. I will be good. I will be absolutely good on that one. The head of that project is an absolute star. I love you, Ryan. You are an amazing person. We will game at some point. But after that, then my PC fucking cacked it. And that was the most horrendous, literally the most horrendous thing that could have happened to me just starting out on this. This was not so, coincidentally, around the same time we had the whole blue screen of death thing that happened worldwide, where I was told, no, it's not that's affecting you, when I'm getting blue screens every half an hour to less than 10 minutes with no apparent cause. But I digress. We took Phoenix to the PC guy. Yes, my PC's called Phoenix because it's risen from the ashes more times than I can fucking count. Took him to the PC guy, and lo and behold, that was also part of the issue, as well as several others that I have detailed on my Discord server. Everyone on the Discord was just sort of like, basically. There was a few things that were wrong with him, both hardware and software. But he has risen from the ashes again. Oh, we are there. Just, I'm lucky to the point of which I had everything backed up. And I'll actually show you how my backup system works. For anyone who's absolutely ham-fisted on their data and terrified of losing their data like me, I will show you how I do the backup system, because I don't have access to OneDrive, because Windows 11 have decided they aren't going to let you back up your shit the normal way. You have to have OneDrive, and if you have too much data, they make you pay for fucking more! More space! I'm like, no. So, I will show you guys how to back up some stuff, as an insert here using a hand cam, because I can. So welcome to this. You can see, literally, there I am. Hi me. I've just talked about this. Right. So, I have 1, 2, 3 external hard drives. This is Phoenix. Say hi, Phoenix. Yes. So, right. This one is I think 1 to 3, can't remember, terabyte hard drive that has, it's called the big backup, basically. This is where everything I have ever made, there is at least one copy of, on this baby. This isn't meant to be accessed much, this is just for storage purposes and everything. This is actually the current backup. So I'm going to show you what that looks like on here, what I found out, how to do that. This is what does a sort of clone of my PC every Sunday. And this is my other external hard drive that I work on doing a lot of shit. Just another workspace type thing. There's one already in here. But yeah, so this also stores things that are on this one. So I've got 2 copies of anything that's on here on 2 different external hard drives at any one time. So if one of them cacks it, I've still got it somewhere else, basically. Everything that's on here is either on here, on there, so it's everywhere. Every place has a copy of it. There's at least 2 copies of whatever I've done in existence at any one moment, everywhere, basically. Now this is how you set up a backup on
your PC with Windows 11, at least still. So, where am I going? I'm going here. I'm starting here. So you go here. Back up and restore Windows 7. Yes, it looks kind of terrifying. Don't worry. You click on that. And this is what it should look like. This is what I, as a 1996 baby, remembers how to back up your PC. Windows 10 decided to change that, and I think 8 as well changed it for a while. But if you go through the McGovern'sy bit, you can actually find this still in the system. I have no idea if this will still be around, because Windows 11 is going to get rid of Control Panel at some point. Yay! We love Microsoft. But yeah, no. It will basically, then you hook up your external hard drive that you want doing. It then does it, as it says, every Sunday for me. And this is where you put it. I've just smacked my fucking monitor. Well, yeah, you can set this up and have this done. Unfortunately, it does mean that you do have to sort of empty out your old backups and to make space for another one, sort of thing. But yeah, that's another way to do it, rather than doing it through OneDrive that Windows 11 keeps constantly pushing at you. So if this does eventually disappear, you've got what I've said with with this sort of thing as well. It's not foolproof, but there will never ever be a foolproof method to backing up your files. Just so long as you've got them in multiple different places, in different areas, on different places and different things. That's all I can say. You're never going to have it foolproof saved, but you're at least going to have them around. It's going to be something. You'll be fine. It's all good.
But yes, no, we'll get into that later. But then Fallout London dropped, and I had a learning experience that I was not prepared for. So, this is the biggest thing I have ever been in, I think. Or at least in regards to the publicity that this mod, game, whatever you want to call it, got. It was both simultaneously the most exciting and horrific thing I'd ever experienced. Because everyone on the internet has an opinion. And I was finally hearing all of them. And that was something that we were all kind of, the heads of the team were all prepping us and ready, like prepping, saying like, this is gonna happen, guys, it's gonna happen. And my naive brain kind of went, oh, it won't be that bad, it's all good, it's fine. I'm sure it won't be that bad. Oh my goodness. I won't go into it because it doesn't need to be gone into. But everyone had their opinion. Everyone had a word to say about me. Everyone had a word to say about the characters I played. And not all of those words were nice. In fact, shock horror. But no, it was a thing. But I'm thankful that I experienced it, because I'm now prepped for if and when that happens again. I'd never had a character so front and center before. And to mine, I didn't even realise, and I probably should have clued into this, and I'm sorry, Dansky, that I didn't. But I had no idea that Archie was pivotal to the storyline. Like, you had to meet him through the storyline. I should have probably picked up on that because he was talking about labs and Angel and things like that. But at the time, I didn't know the main story of Fallout London was not known to most, if not all, of the voice actors. We knew bits and pieces about information that was already, given out about the factions and stuff. So I knew about the Vagabond, and I knew kind of like the vibe they were going for, Peaky Blinders and everything like that and sort of stuff, which I was like, yes, I'm here for that. But I didn't really know what Angel was, what this lab was, or anything. So I was just going through it, playing this cheeky little lad who, Oliver Twist, artful dodger in Fallout in post-apocalyptic London, and having the time of my life with it. It was the most enjoyable experience I've had voicing a character to date, and I think that's a little bit. I think I'm okay in saying that, to be honest, because of just the impact that character's had on me so far. There was also a thing, and I will go into this here, but I will also go into it on when I start streaming. that's a point for later. I'll get back to that. But when I first started recording for Archie, because Archie was the first one that I did, priority-wise, they wanted Archie done first. Understandable, now that he's a companion. Jesus. But no, right at the beginning, and this was before I even knew Neil was on the project, okay? I was in my old booth just recording away, and then I'd gotten to an end of a section, and I sort of did a small break, and I started watching Neil Newburn's acceptance speech for the Golden Joystick, and I have a small recording that, because I have a small recording of me kind of talking about maybe hoping, hey, I'm looking at this and I hope maybe one day that's me. I have no idea if it ever will be, but who knows. And then a couple of days later I found out that Neil was on the fucking project. So I'll find that piece of audio, but I will release all of the not retakes. I do plan on releasing a sort of bloopers reel of the stuff that happened during the Fallout London recording process. That will be on my streaming channel, because I will be streaming Fallout London over there. So if you guys want to watch the voice actor for Archie streaming and playing Fallout London, it will be over there. I'm going to link it somewhere. I don't think I can link it in the video. If I can, I will. But it's in the card thing. Whichever corner that's going to be in, I think it's going to be either that one or that one. Whichever corner it appears in. I'll link the channel there, as well as in the description if you guys want to subscribe to that. I will only be starting to stream one once I get the setup for it, because I can't stream in the booth. I've got to be able to take out my this thing. What's it called? A microphone, Ren! That'll be what that's called! I've got to find a way to get my mic and have it set up outside on where my other monitor is currently, so I can just be sat playing the game and talking to you guys and stuff. I've just got to buy a couple of things and get that sort of set up before that can start. I had everything set up program-wise before my PC cacked it. But because it cacked it, I needed to reinstall OBS, get that all set up. Thank you, Worko, for dealing with my grandma shenanigans on that front. But yeah, no, I will be getting around to that. When I get around to that, there will be a official released video stating hey guys, I'm doing this and this is the first stream. You'll get all the information on that one when it is available. But yes, then new booth. Then that was when I got my new booth. After all of that, that's when I freaking cast for the Assassin in the Underworld. We have some amazing actors. Seriously, I am so bloody excited. Some are from Fallout London, and some are completely brand new who I'd never met before in my life. We have our Dorian, we have our Lysandra, we have our returning characters, and things are getting set up for when we come out of the Assassin's Blade and into Throne of Glass, because, as I said many, many years ago, I want to do the full book series, and that is still going to happen. We'll be hopefully rolling from the Assassin in the Desert into the Assassin in the Underworld with minimal disruption between one to the next. But the world happens. Things happen to people. The chapters will get out when they get out, but please know we are working on them. Then, to sort of round it off and closer to now time, sort of end of July, beginning of August. Oh no, wait, let's go. July, I turned 28. Oh, good gods. So for all of those people who are saying I am a middle-aged woman, I don't think I'm quite there yet. So, yes, after I turned 28, Creation ModCon came around, and you know your girl's got to be involved in that. I've been involved with Creation ModCon since its inception in, I believe, 2021. It might have been 2020. Creation ModCon, for those who don't know, is a online con for all of the current Bethesda mods out there willing and who want to showcase their stuff, to showcase to the public what progress they've made, to make advertisements for people to volunteer to help with the projects and everything, and just show everyone the progress we've made on things. It's for any mod creator, big or small. We primarily only at the minute have had quite a few of the big ones, so Skywind, Skyblivion, Beyond Skyrim. Usually we'd have Extended Cut, but they couldn't make it this year. Rightly so, they've got a lot going on. We've had Apotheosis on once before, a couple of times. Plenty more. I think we had Odyssey of the Dragonborn at one point, but I can't be sure. My memory is foggy. But no, it is a con dedicated to showcasing everyone's stuff. I started way back when on it, being invited to the voice acting panel to speak on behalf for Skywind, as I have been on that project for around almost a decade now. I joined that project in 2016, and I'm still there, still supplying stuff. And then it just sort of gradually built from there, and I've produced audio for like competitions and things like that. I have judged writing competitions, and then this year I was asked by the Beyond Skyrim Cyrodiil crew if I could narrate some stuff for them, which was fun as hell. I loved that. That was so good. Whoever wrote those two entries about the vigilance of Stendar, fucking really good shit. Love it. It was such a joy to actually to sink my teeth into something so verbose, especially the fraud of the Savala the Fraud one. I loved that. But yes, that came around. We did all of that. It was great. I love Creation ModCon. It's like one of the small highlights of my year. That and Tankfest. I love Tankfest. But I digress. Eventually, one day I'll show you pictures of Tankfest. But no. Right, that got derailed just a little bit. Yes, so after all of that, and doing Creation ModCon, doing the narrations, MCing as well, actually, I forgot to say about that. MCing for the first time. I've never MC'd before in my life, so that was kind of interesting. But hey, I did that. That was fun. And then things kind of had calmed down during August time. This is normal, at the very least, within any working field, at least mostly when you're thinking about hiring. The budgets for the coming financial year haven't been finalised. That and companies are coming towards the end of having money in August, September time, and people are on holiday. So I wasn't surprised that it kind of slowed a little bit during August. Things are starting to pick up again now, which is nice. I'm seeing more casting calls, at least in the beginnings, even in the beginnings of the couple of first days of September, which is nice. But after all of that, I was then reliably and kind of excitedly informed that my work on Lord of Crows actually qualifies me to apply for Equity, which is the Voice Actors Union in England, which is the English version of SAG. So I'm kind of slightly freaking out about that. And really excited to start that ball rolling, because a couple of those will then hopefully get me on Spotlight, and then Agent time, which would be cool. This has all happened in less than a year, which is actually insane. It's very exciting. I don't know anything about the process yet. I still need to do a bit more of Lord of Crows first before I can approach them on that, because there's a certain monetary earning threshold that you have to get to before they can sort of consider you. But yeah, no, that was a bit of a jaw drop moment. So yes, I think out of all of that, that is the current list of what's kind of happened and what I've learned and what's going on. Yeah, Holy shit, give me a second. So what is to come? What is planned? What future? What does the future hold for you guys, so you guys know what to expect? So I've already covered, at least with the Assassin in the Desert. So yeah, transition from that over to the Assassin in the Underworld, and then continue on as we would. Streaming will occur when it occurs, when I get everything actually set up, and figure out the ergonomics on that one. I may be having to invest in another monitor that is wider, so I can have, the chat up and still play the game, but I'll figure that out. I'm still working on it. I've been Bug Eyes McGee this entire bloody video, I'm fully aware. That, and there will likely be more stuff for Skywind on the horizon. And things like that, as well as I think Elsewhere is going to start up at some point. As well as Odyssey of the Dragonborn is looking to possibly start production again. So I'm able to give you guys a bit of an update on at least those. So the cogs are slowly starting to whir their way to life again for some of the projects that I know you guys are interested in and want to know about. So there's at least that. And absolutely, of course, I'm auditioning the hell out of everything I find, because that's the one thing that I really do love about this entire path, this career, this vocation that I'm doing, is that you genuinely have no idea. You have no idea what's around the corner for you. And that is both exciting and terrifying, because you have no idea whether there is a casting call being made by someone with a character in it that you then find, audition for, and then will end up getting. It's just... it's wild. It is entirely wild. Proper Wild West out here. And if that's something that you think you'd enjoy doing, I encourage you to give it a try. Seriously. I have not regretted this once since starting. I have not regretted every single step has happened, and it's been high and really fucking low on some occasions, especially when my PC broke. But those highs and lows are worth it if you can handle them. That is one thing I will say. If you can handle them, then do it. Okay? I'm not going to go too much into this. I'm pretty sure I can do a whole video on my advice on being an actor or voice actor and starting out with literally nothing, almost, and just a passion and savings. I will likely, if you guys would like a video on that, I'm more than happy to do it. I can do it as part of this series. So yeah, just let me know on that front and I can go into more detail about it. But yes, all of that was from May. We are now in September. So, let's see what the next May, June, July, August, September, next 5 months. We'll do it in sort of like 4 or 5 months sort of check-ins type thing, quarterlies, whatever you want to call them. Depends on how much gets done and what happens in those times. Could be more, could be less. Don't know. But yeah, that's been since May. Now, right. Give me a second for a minute, guys, because there's something I've got to read first, and then I'm going to read it to future me, alright? Because at the end of each of these videos, I'm going to talk to future me to make sure you're still on track, okay? So give me a minute. Now, listen, future me, alright? Okay? We've got this, okay? We have this. We literally have this in the bag. We know what we're doing. It's not going to be easy, and we know this starting out. Each battle and each person is either a blessing or a lesson. Keep that in mind. Literally, everything you do, every person you meet, is either a blessing or a lesson on your path. All we can do is we keep moving forward and we keep putting that one foot in front of the other, one step at a time. One step at a time, because that is all we can do. And please remember that these people aren't your rivals. Every single person out there are people doing the exact same thing as you. There is no such thing as rivalries in this industry. There is simply casting. It is simply decisions. It is simply being chosen for one reason or another by the casting director. That's all it is. Learn from those times when you're not picked, and when you are picked, still have that humility to help others who weren't. I don't really need to say that because I know you'll do that anyway. You've already done that so many times already. But yeah. And please stick around, because I know that the universe has a lot of other stuff in store for us, okay? We've got a lot more to do. Alright? We're not done yet. So, it's not going to be easy. But I'm going to say that as many freaking times as I have to so that you believe me. Alright? It is not going to be easy. But we've come this far. Let's see how much further we can go. Okay? I've got your back. Past you is rooting for you. So root for yourself. Much love. But yes, thank you everyone who has managed to sit through and have gotten to the end of this video. Thank you for listening to me ramble for, I'm going to assume it's probably going to be about an hour almost. Maybe not that much. Let's go 40 odd minutes. I'm guessing it's 40. But thank you for listening, for tuning in, and for coming on this journey with me. So yeah, we will see what the next 5 months have in store for me. I don't care that I look like an idiot. Although I care a little bit. Let's see what the next few months have in store for me. Alright, so, see you peoples.